engineer. His name is Engineer Akinbo Akin Olugbade. Of course, he's the Vice President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and he's the CEO of Kawai Technologies Limited, a leading supply chain management company in Western Africa. So we're not just talking Nigeria, we're not just talking here, we're talking global brands. And also I have here with me in the studio Cyril Nkwocha, Head of Marketing, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also known as CY. It's good to have you gentlemen in the studio of Super FM this morning.
Thank you.
Of course.
Glad to be here.
So there's a lot of star power in the building today. It's not the kind of star power you would express. You'd hear the ladies screaming otherwise. But then they're gentlemen. They look really very handsome. And if you'd like to see what they look like and what is speaking, when money is speaking, So you should visit the Super FM Facebook page right now at Super FM Lagos to watch live. And you can also check us out on YouTube at Super FM Lagos on YouTube as well. So that will be something that I am asking you to do right now, so you could get a huge part of this conversation. Now, like I said, the trade fair is coming. As a child, there were so many things that I can remember about the trade fair and the culture of the trade fair. Back then, I think it used to happen somewhere along the Lagos Badagry Expressway. Near First Stack, and going from Satellite Town, because I grew up in Satellite Town. Wow. So greatness is in the room. So looking at all of that, growing up as a child, my parents would take me to the trade fair, and it was something where we believe we got lots of good deals, cheap stuff, and some of the things that my parents understood. That I just like the fact that there were toys and lots of things to try out, food and games. Now, there is a new culture, and there is something that Lagos State is paying attention to, which is the difference that we now see, and that's what you are here to talk about. So let's jump right into it and just get to answering these questions that a lot of people have, and a lot of Lagosians are also going to be joining the conversation. So if you want to join in, 0705 6900927, send a WhatsApp message, and let's have this conversation real quick. So what are the organizers of the Lagos International Trade Fair, and what is this edition's major focus? What is it about, basically?
This is the 38th trade fair.
Okay.
We've been holding it for 38 plus years, and there are two essential. There's the retail part, which is the customers, the me, our families, our children.
Okay.
And there's the business side, which is B2B, big companies, small companies, SMEs, and it's about bridging that and bringing everyone together. Let's do business, let's trade, let's buy, let's have commerce. The timing is also very important. We always hold it in November, the first Friday of November, for 10 days. And this is a great run up to Christmas. So you typically get the brands all doing discounts and bargains, and everyone does their Christmas shopping running up to that point.
So, which is something I love, of course. It's something that builds up to what we enjoyed as children, and this is now coming. This is not coming for another generation to see all this beauty being put together. So, So the organizers, the LCCI, is that all they do, basically? Is that what the LCCI is about?
No,
at this point of the year?
No, at all. I mean, the LCCI is the foremost chamber in sub-Saharan Africa.
Okay.
We represent the organized private sector, so all the companies, both big and small. This is the meeting point where we meet and we talk about issues within our various sectors.
Okay.
And the LCCI itself, because of our good relationship with the government and with industry players, we help advocate and make policy and influence policy direction. We submit white papers. So a lot of the things that you see that come out, we're actually behind the scenes working to ensure that happens. The trade fair this year is a big part, or every year actually. Is
every year, yeah. It's 38 years in running. Yeah.
And this falls under a subgroup within the chamber called the Trade Promotion Board. Okay. And this year our theme is connecting business and creating value. And that's what we're about this year.
Connecting businesses and creating value.
Yes.
Why? I'm still going to ask why that is the theme for this year, but before we get there, where is the venue for this year's trade fair? And let's have a breakdown on the dates.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much. The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, like he said, is the foremost chamber of commerce and industry in sub-Saharan Africa. It's about 136 years old this year, and we span across all the sectors, involving every kind of business you can think of. Okay. So this year's trade fair is holding at Tafawa Balewa Square.
Oh, TBS.
TBS. Okay. So that's where from 1st of November to the 10th of November.
Oh, wow. And every day is going to be trade and
yes, every day is trade. you can't do without trade, and that is the basic thing. That's the oil of any nation, So we need to open up our businesses, open up our country to investors. So this is one great platform, and it's Lagos. Lagos is the center, capital of business and commerce in Africa.
Yeah,
and so that's the hub of it all. Okay. So that's where we are.
So we're going to see a lot of international participation as is.
Yes, exactly. So I think it's important to note that every year the trade fair gets bigger.
Okay.
And I think we had, 350,000 people.
Yeah, last year. Exhibitors last year.
Wow.
And then
exhibitors.
3,500 exhibitors, 350,000
visitors.
Wow.
That's
foot traffic.
Yeah. Those were the Nigerian exhibitors. We still had international
exhibitors. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
On top of that.
So,
and the themes I think are important to note. So because it gets so big, we have specialized themes within it. So we have the Africa Hall, we have the International Hall, we have the Tech Hub, we have the Children's Corner, so you can bring your families. There's lots of everything for them. Africa countries majorly represented: Ghana, Tanzania, Rwanda. The Chinese have a huge
presence there, and they're coming in more. Last year we had about 200 of them, 200 businesses from China.
Wow.
This year about more than 300.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing. It's just amazing to see that it's not just how people here, it's also a convergence of cultures.
No, definitely. I've been going for the last 5 years as an adult, and then as a kid, of course, I went a few times with my parents. And you see things, I've got furniture there from Ghana, some from Senegal.
Fabrics,
fabric, exactly. It's really interesting.
It's beautiful to see, and I see a few messages coming in. I'll be getting to the messages shortly from some of our listeners who are curious to see what this is about extensively, and to also, sort of get a background, because every person who probably owns a business in Nigeria now and has heard that there will be international competition, there will be a convergence of cultures, would want to see how they can favorably be a part of this as well, because all eyes and ears are going to be there at that point. So now you've talked about the average footfall. We talked about the fact that last year there were over 350,000 people who came in to buy. So what is the projection for this year?
Oh, this year we are working towards, and we're expecting 1 million.
1
visitors.
million. Wow.
Yes.
So that's more than double.
Sure.
Way
almost
more than
triple.
double. Almost triple the number.
You have to remember that last year as well, we were still on the tail end of COVID. And
so just recovering.
All of that is gone now. Everyone's free to move about freely. So we're expecting quite a lot more people to attend this year.
Okay, so which means Lagos is going to converge a lot of people from different parts of the world, even building to December. Some of these people might want to stay, and opens up commerce in Lagos.
That's what happens all the time. And then you have to remember, right now the economic situation is quite tense for everyone. So everyone's looking for bargains, everyone's looking for value. So I expect a lot of people are going to come there because they're going to get things at prices which are below the usual retail prices they find. And businesses as well. You're looking for plastics manufacturers, you're looking for steel, you're looking for trucks,
automobiles, chemicals.
A lot of these companies are all going to be exhibiting, and they're all going to be having Christmas discounts and also wholesale discounts as well.
Okay, so it's a beautiful thing that some people are starting to send in their messages to ask questions. So this person says, "Good morning, OSYB. Please, how do I register for the trade fair? I would like to know if the trade fair is opened for just big businesses or both big and small." So I'm thinking SMEs as well. And then, do I need to pay to participate in the trade fair events as a small business owner?
Oh, yeah, the trade fair.
Those are 3 questions.
I understand, yeah. The trade fair covers everybody, all aspects.
So whether you're an SME to...
and the SMEs, even the mentees.
Okay.
We have opportunities for them. We have spaces for them. We have booths for them.
Okay.
And we have very friendly prices for them.
Okay.
So it's not about the big prices alone, the big companies alone. Another thing to mention is it's also an opportunity for small businesses to also grow and get partnership with big companies, local and international. Like the Chinese companies this year, they're having special exhibitions. About 4 of their exhibitions in the fair. I think it has to do with textile, it has to do with automobiles, chemicals, and beauty, house, and all those. So they're having special exhibitions within there. Last year they had about 2 exhibitions. This year they're making it 4. So they're getting bigger. So we have about 300. So even the small, let me not say small,
the medium and enterprises
so
and everything.
Everybody, SMEs, everybody. I don't see any business as small.
So how do they register? How do they register to be a part of it?
To register, there is a number you have to call.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 0700 52 46 724.
Okay.
I take it again.
Take it again. Yes.
0700 52 46 724.
So something is happening. Maybe we couldn't quite reach the line. There's a glitch in the network because of the number of people that are calling to just be a part of this, because a lot of people are going to call you, trust me.
Sure.
And so is there like an email, a website or something where people could also follow up to register?
Oh, fine. You can get to LITF, Lagos International Trade Fair.com at lagoschamber.com.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can also reach us at number 1 Commerce House, number 1 Idowu Taylor Street, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Okay. So
there's a social media aspect as well.
Yeah.
I think Lagos Chamber 88. That's our handle on Instagram.
Lagos Chamber 88.
On LinkedIn also Lagos Chamber.
Okay, so now looking at all of these things that we're talking about and how important it is now, for those who just come to maybe buy or to feed their eyes, to window shop or even shop, is there a gate fee? Is there something that we need
absolutely to pay? Free entry for the 10 days. Free entry.
Yes, for the last few years we've been doing free entry. So this is to encourage people to come in and shop, meet people. It's also a great networking space. There's some mini events as well at the trade fair, so it's also good for entertainment. Look, it's 10 days for you to go and just interact with Lagos, interact with
yourself.
People. Yes, exactly.
Okay, so and finally, as we wrap things up, because time is fast spent and we really got to go, I just wanted you to put the word out there about some of the companies that have already going to be a part of this, that people could look at as brands or whatever.
I mean, we have all the
you have it more than a dozen of it. Yes.
So naming them will be pointless.
UBA, Eleganza, the Dangote, Meccano, Max Tires,
Indomie.
You can go on and on and on. The biggest brands are already on it. They are our partners, and they've been doing this for years with us.
And even regulators and government agencies.
Oh yeah.
They see this as an opportunity to engage with the public. So we have lots of regulators also with presence there. FIRS is
CAC, for those who, in fact, last year CAC did something. They gave free registrations to SMEs who want to register the company. So we have FIRS, LIRS, NIPC,
owners,
Import Export Bank, a lot of things. All I can tell you, all SON, Nigeria Customs will be there, NAFDAC will be there.
That's interesting point. The Afrexim also has a big show.
Yes, Afrexim, yes. So AFCFT agenda, we are going to have African Day. Is great.
Okay, so everybody day. I like the way we are wrapping it up. But thank you so much for making our time to be with us today. We would love to have this extended. Maybe some other time next week you could come back and have this conversation again.
Sure.
But it's been great having this conversation with you. Thank you so much, Akinbo, for coming in, and thank you so much, CY, for being here as well.
Thank you very much for having
us. And that is the size of the conversation. Remember, you can visit the websites. As I said, you can go to Instagram and follow them and find out some more about the show, about the trade fair coming up from the 1st to the 10th of November 2024. Thank you so much. Keep listening to Super FM 92.7.
Thank you, Lagos.